Oh, it's Tuesday morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and that means trash talk.
Good morning.
Hey, so how you doing?
I'm good. I'm here 75% here today.
Yeah, you're still going around the corners looking for yourself, right?
Yeah, it's just been a long it's long one today. I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I'm not tired. I mean, I'm always tired in the morning, but my body hurts today.
Yeah. So not only are you mentally tired, you're physically tired to go along with it.
Yeah, for you guys actually watching, you can see my puffy eyelids right here.
I was doing a little bit of this myself
Yeah.
this morning.
Look, I rolled out of bed. I put the coffee on,
Yep, get
went
get
to the
get the
bathroom.
coffee. Yeah, gotta
Yeah,
go with that.
got my big water too. I didn't brush my teeth. I'm not wearing pants. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Well, hey, I'm standing in front of some food trucks because I said to you, what are we going to talk about? And I said, I've been thinking about food trucks. There seem to be more and more and more and more of them popping up. And so, and is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I mean, obviously at parks and local events and everything, it's a plus because if you get hungry or thirsty, you got someplace to go. You don't have to get in the car and go there. Um, but I was also thinking, are food trucks drawing people away from the brick and mortar restaurants? On
Well, I think the brick and mortar restaurants are drawing people away from the brick and mortar restaurants, if you want me to be honest with you. But I'm a fan of food trucks, but just like just like bars, just like beer, just like whatever, if you don't do it right, just because
exactly.
you got food on a truck doesn't mean it's good.
That's right. That's right. You got to have a product to sell, and if you do, they'll keep coming back. I mean, it probably started when we were kids, and the ice cream truck used to come up and down the neighborhood.
I wish
Uh,
they did. You know what? It's funny because every now and then I'm driving down the road and I see an ice cream truck and I'm like, where'd you go? Because you don't come to my neighborhood.
right.
Where
Who,
are
who
you,
who
dude?
are you serving? And then I always wonder why don't they put their phone number on the side of the truck so while you're driving, even you can just take out your phone, call the truck and say, hey, what neighborhood do you service?
Well, that's really cool because I love food trucks and I've had some amazing food on food trucks. What's great about it is you can do so many, besides being mobile, you can do so many unique, amazing things that you can't get away with at a restaurant because of inventory. You can literally have a food truck. There's this food truck, and I'm going to plug them. I don't care. There's a food truck called Frenchie's
Frenchies?
and I love her. She's this French woman, and they make some of the greatest sandwiches and melts. And but what she does is she changes it on a regular basis. She'll have like 3, 4 core items, but now every time I see her, she's like, "I just added this. I just added this. We're doing this today." You don't get that at a restaurant. You might get a weekly special, monthly, but unless it's a unique restaurant, you're not getting daily changes like that. And it's so good and
Yeah.
fresh, and you can taste the passion on the plate.
And considering the limited amount of storage, both cold storage and that is on these food trucks. I mean, the operator of the food truck, you can't just say, "Hey, I'm going to start a food truck and have hot dogs and hamburgers or something."
No,
You have to have a hook in order to get the people to visit your food truck. And I mean, what started out, I think tacos was probably the big item, because
they're
it
still
was
amazing
it was
tacos out
easy. It was easy for storage and preparation and everything, and people would order two, three at a time, and then you got all kinds of different kinds of tacos. I'm still trying to figure out the handle, what they call a street taco, and why
there.
a
Look,
street taco is different from a restaurant taco.
it's completely different. It's 1,027 million% different. Street tacos, number one, are typically smaller anyway. They are smaller and they have more fresh ingredients on there, like a barbacoa, a pork, brisket, beef, veggie, avocado. Whereas a restaurant taco might have, and typically street tacos they are in the corn, or small, the the shells, not the hard shells.
Right. The soft flour or corn
Absolutely. You
tortillas.
get like 3 of them. Give me 3 of them. Boom. Eat them. Phenomenal. Restaurant tacos may have street tacos and they may lean that way, but typically a restaurant taco, even if it's smaller like that, it's not a street taco. It's prepared for the restaurant, or it's more like a white guy taco with the generic hard shell that you get from Walmart and the sprinkled cheese that's not even melted,
Right.
that sort of thing. So I'm going to tell you right now, there's some amazing street tacos in our area, in the DFW, several food trucks. Just when I see that they're coming, I try to hit them up.
Well, I think you can go to almost any city in the country, especially as I mentioned at the outset, sporting events. If you go to a local baseball game or a soccer game or so, it could be a junior high school, whatever, but not in a professional stadium. Boy, if there is a local food truck there, they're making some money because people they got a captive audience, and you mentioned the tacos in a restaurant. Chances are that ground beef or that pulled chicken or pork or whatever has been sitting in a warming pan forever. Whereas on the truck, they open up the refrigerator, they take it out fresh, they put it on the grill, they grill it up, so you're getting something that's freshly made.
Well, look, and they run it till they sell out. You go to a restaurant, 9 times out of 10, they're not selling out. No, I mean,
Right.
I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but
Right.
9 times out of 10, they don't sell out. So you're getting it fresh. I mean, God, there's a guy, and I forgot where he moved back to New York, but he used to come here all the time. Phenomenal. Some of the best tacos. I get 3 every time, sometimes 4, and phenomenal. There's another food truck too. The great thing is, people were thinking tacos and all that. Seafood. There's a phenomenal seafood truck. It's pricey, but seafood's pricey, called Cousins Maine Lobster. Okay.
Oh.
Now, yeah, they're everywhere. They were down at Tufts Brewery. They used to be up here at the food truck parks in Frisco. They do like lobster mac and cheese, lobster grilled cheese, like lobster French fries with lobster and sauce all on the fries. It's pricey. I mean, it is. But I got to tell you, you're not getting this rubber nonsense that you get a lot of times. It's legit. And to me, I'm like, look at the options when you go to some of these like food truck parks or events or festivals. You can go get a sandwich, lobster, and then go get dessert from the other ones that have like the dessert trucks. There's even food trucks for dogs.
Yeah. I've been to parks of where they have had that, and then of course you got the mobile what am I trying to think, the ices.
Oh yeah, you got the
Slurpees and stuff like that, where they got like 40, 50 different flavors.
Right when COVID first hit, and I was going to talk about this anyway, but when we lived in the apartment complex, there was things going on, nothing to do. They would have the food trucks come to the apartment complex. And so we had a food truck, Italian ice food truck, come to the apartment complex. Luke and I walked down there, get an Italian ice. Then the next Friday, they had a barbecue food truck. We go down there and get barbecue. But those Italian ice food trucks, oh my God.
Especially in July and August when it's 105 degrees outside.
Dude, that's what it was too. It was 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, they could charge $20 a piece and they would still sell out.
I wish they would continue that. I wish that food trucks, and some of it's all permits and all that crap, but I wish they didn't care, and I wish more food trucks would just cruise through a subdivision. Just be like, you know what? It's a Tuesday in the summer at 4 o'clock. Let's go cruise and see. The problem is, I know they can't without permission. It's a real big pain in the butt. But I wish that they could do it and just sit there, because you know how many people will run outside and be like, you know what? I don't want to cook. Let's grab something.
Yeah. This, there was a movie, and you'll remember the name of the movie because it escapes me right now, with Jon Favreau.
Yeah, it's called Chef. It's called Chef.
Chef, right.
Great movie.
Phenomenal movie. I mean, it's like, if you ever had a thought of having a food truck, that's the movie to watch, because he just took a piece of crap truck and everything right from the ground up and built it into a business. And I would have to say, you probably got to not only invest some money into a food truck, but you got to invest an awful lot of time and effort into it too.
Well, you got to hustle, and you got to realize where you're at. I mean, even here in the DFW, you do have a season, I mean, yeah, you look, there's food trucks run all year.
Right,
we get
sure,
blessed.
yeah.
We get blessed because, let's be real, regardless of the week of winter or 2 weeks of winter, it's not terrible. And there's a lot more food truck options. The best thing is to be able to just go park and chill somewhere. So many options,
Yes.
From places like the Truck Yard to concert venues to going down to Dallas to Clyde Warren Park and just chilling, But
Yeah.
I think for a lot of people, it's the creative side that draws people there.
Yeah, and I mean, almost every type of food. There are Italian food trucks, Asian food trucks. I see now some of the Thai foods, the food trucks and all are on the road. It's becoming a new part of the culture, and maybe part of that was a result of COVID. Is when the restaurants had to close their doors, then sometimes the food trucks would do deliveries. They might cook in the restaurant, or they might cook on the food trucks, but go around and deliver to people's houses. And that seems to have spurred that on.
Well, yeah, and a lot of these food trucks too. So there's two places that I'm aware of where they store their food trucks. One is I think they're both in Dallas, but there's another place where right here actually, and I believe, don't quote me on it, I believe it's at Collin County College, where you can rent out their kitchen space to do all the prep work and cooking and all that, and then
Smart.
load up your food truck and then take out for the day. I'm 90% sure that's where one of them is, and I talked to somebody about that a while ago, and that's what they do. So they'll go there and they'll prep it out and cook it out and all that, and then they'll go store their food truck in a safe spot.
Our local minor league baseball team, the Rough Riders, they not only have their concession stands and everything, but they have a patio area in the back where they often get like 3 or 4 food trucks that come in. And
Smart.
they had a food truck that was nothing but salads.
That sounds horrible.
Make a fresh salad, but you think, how can a truck have really good fresh ingredients? Got to tell you, I've never had such crispy tomatoes and sliced tomatoes and lettuce and all the ingredients. It must be a special kind of refrigerators or something that they put into these food trucks in order to keep it at a proper temperature, in order to keep everything so fresh. And I mean, obviously, they're putting fresh food into the truck every day. It's
and
not
they're not having an inventory really.
Yeah.
And
right.
And if they do have an inventory, it's very small, and it's not what a store would have or what have you.
Well, they figure if they're going to work at a venue, a game takes about 3 hours. So you could pretty much figure how much you can prepare and within a 3-hour period, instead of having a restaurant that's open 8, 9, or 10 hours a day.
There's these girls that run this food truck called Easy Sliders, and they now opened I'm pretty sure it's still there. They opened a venue,
Oh, really?
Easy Slider venue in Deep Ellum, and it's a bar and live music, and they sell there, but they still do the food truck as well. I think the venue's still open. To me, I have no desire to go, not just because Deep Ellum's like makes Detroit look like Beverly Hills these days, but because I like their food truck. But they
Yeah.
give you these sliders, and I got to tell you, oh my God, these they have a peanut butter and jelly slider. And you're going to sit there and look at me and go, what the heck, Brandon? I would have said the same thing. It's a hamburger, peanut butter and jelly. And it sounds like, I know it sounds awful, right? Like you're like, why? It's the greatest thing I've ever had in my life.
Sounds like the perfect sandwich for somebody that can't decide whether to get a burger or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
The peanut butter that they use has like this honey glaze in it. So a honey on a burger, that's yummy.
Right.
The jelly's not overpowering. It's very, and you get this yummy fresh burger with this sweet say, oh,
You know, they
it's
need to add a couple of strips of smoked bacon onto that too.
so they have like all these bacon burgers, and they do different bacons. They'll have a barbecue bacon strip, a honey smoked bacon, like, and they sell out. And then they put these little pickles. You know, I hate pickles, but instead of a pickle on the sandwich, they put the toothpick in with this little tiny pickle spear right on top of the slider. I had a portobello mushroom slider. Oh my God. Like, forget it. Every time I see those girls, it's like them. And there's a soul food one. And I always get chicken and waffles from them.
Yeah.
Because chicken and waffles, it's fire. Because you got to have a good chicken and you got to have a good waffle. Don't give me some Eggo crap. You know, I
Right.
want a good Belgian waffle with chicken that's got that spice. Oh my, I'm hungry right now.
Well, yeah, and that waffle was just prepared. It wasn't sitting under a warming light
No.
for 3 hours, and then they put it together. Everything, like you said, is fresh and it's crispy.
Amazing.
But you're right. I'm getting hungry too. What do you say we sign off and go down to the rail yard and hit a couple of food trucks?
Yeah, let's go to Truck Yard instead. But okay.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. And then you
Yeah.
all come back again next Tuesday at 8 a.m. and join us for another episode of Trash Talk. I'm getting hungry. I'll meet you down there. All right. Bye.